Fans of every team around Major League Baseball can easily pick out certain players from their team's history that left the organization and took off in another uniform. The good news is that the Los Angeles Dodgers have a storied history of being on the good side of players breaking out. I mean, just look at a guy like Justin Turner, who was a weak hitting utility man for a handful of clubs before joining the Dodgers and becoming one of the best hitters and a postseason legend. Or even Zach Greinke, who won a Cy Young Award in Kansas City, but didn't become one of the best pitchers in the game until he came over to LA. Chris Taylor was a utility man without a job in Seattle before he came over to the Dodgers and won over the hearts of fans thanks to the Swiss Army knife toolset he brings to the table. You get the point. The Dodgers have historically been good at capitalizing on unrealized talent. As we know, they are far from immune from being on the short end of the stick in situations like this. There are actually quite a few players who the Dodgers gave up on too soon that saw their careers reach new heights once they left the club. It may be difficult for some, but let's take a step back in time and identify some of the hardest pills to swallow in Dodgers history. The Dodgers traded away Yordan Alvarez way too soon. After defecting from Cuba, Alvarez met with the Gurriel brothers, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Yuli, and attempted to sign with the Astros. The club was not able to accommodate such a signing as Yuli had just been brought aboard on a 5-year, $47.5 million contract. Instead, Alvarez signed with the Dodgers in June of 2016 for $2 million. Just 2 months later, the Astros circled back around and acquired him in a trade for relief pitcher Josh Fields, who never amounted to much at the big league level. He had a solid career for the Dodgers in parts of 3 seasons, but his contributions came nowhere close to what Alvarez has been able to accomplish in Houston. A handful of years later, Alvarez was up in the big leagues with the Astros, laying waste to opposing pitching from the second he put on the uniform on. In 2019, he hit 26 doubles and 27 home runs with 78 RBIs in just 87 games. He earned American League Rookie of the Year that year. After missing the vast majority of 2020, Alvarez has since returned to the Astros' everyday lineup and continues to be one of the biggest offensive threats in the game. Just last year, he hit 37 home runs with 97 RBIs, earning an All-Star Game appearance, Silver Slugger Award, and a third-place finish in MVP voting. The 25-year-old would look so nice in the Dodgers lineup right now in place of aging veteran JD Martinez. There is little doubt Alvarez would have been the face of the Dodgers lineup at this point. And while we're happy to see him succeed, this one will forever be painful. Oneil Cruz never got enough of a shot in the Dodgers organization. Now 24 years old, Cruz has not yet accumulated the trophies, All-Star selections, and overall star power that Yordan Alvarez has, but he's well on his way. Originally signing with the Dodgers as an international free agent all the way back in 2015, Cruz played just one full season in the system as an 18-year-old and didn't seem to find his groove at the professional level. In 2017, he played in a total of 105 games and hit just 11 doubles and 10 home runs with a .237 average and a whopping 132 strikeouts. Clearly, the organization had seen enough. Right at the trade deadline in 2017, Cruz, along with another minor league pitcher, was flipped to the Pirates in exchange for left-hander reliever Tony Watson. Watson had quietly been one of the more reliable southpaws in the game for the Pirates over a 7-year stretch, so it's no wonder the always contending Dodgers wanted him to shore up their bullpen. In his very first season as a Pirates prospect, the infielder hit 14 home runs with a .286 average and saw nearly all of his offensive numbers go up. He continued to excel in the high minors for the Pirates until he was finally promoted to the show in October of 2021. His performance in 2022 had its fair share of ebbs and flows, but Cruz immediately seemed to be the real deal for the rebuilding Pirates. While he doesn't have a clear defensive position, mostly thanks to his massive 6'7" frame not being suited for shortstop, his bat has been solid for the Pirates, and he's been a human highlight reel both at the plate and in the field. Pedro Martinez put together a Hall of Fame career after leaving the Dodgers. This one is perhaps the toughest pill to swallow for Dodger fans. Everyone who is a fan of baseball knows the name Pedro Martinez, and many seem to forget that he actually began his storied career as a member of the Dodgers. After making 67 appearances, predominantly as a reliever for the club, Martinez was flipped to the Montreal Expos, where he became one of the best players in Montreal's franchise history. After establishing himself as an Expos legend, Martinez went to the Boston Red Sox and got even better. From 1997 to 2003, he had one of the best 7-year stretches of any player in MLB history. He also won 3 Cy Young Awards in 4 years and even finished as high as second place in American League MVP voting in 1999. To make matters even worse, Delino DeShields, the outfielder acquired in the initial trade from Los Angeles, did not amount to anything for LA during a 3-year tenure.